Okay, so we've got most of the class here, but definitely not all. So I went through and graded them very detailed yesterday, and I tried leaving feedback on most every question. Unless you got the question correct and it was clear you knew what you were doing. And then I kind of left it blank. Otherwise, even if you got it right, I tried to leave feedback just in case you got it right by accident or whatever. I don't know. But even with me being generous, the class average was 49%. And that had me ridiculously worried about giving a test today. So after I corrected your tests, I don't want to call them tests. After I corrected your practice tests, first thing I did was I went and changed the wording of a lot of the questions. Excuse me. I went and changed the wording of a lot of the questions to be more how I speak, I guess. So Mr. Caponigri is the one that wrote the practice test. And so a lot of the questions were written in kind of the phrasing that he uses when he teaches it. And obviously they're the same types of questions and everything else is the same. But I don't know, like I kind of have a feeling that some of you were misunderstanding what you were supposed to do in the question because it was written with different wording. So because I taught it to you using certain phrases and wordage, I went and rewrote the practice test to be in my wording. And so I'm hoping that will help out quite a bit, and we'll see. The biggest thing I did see, a lot of people have combination and permutation backwards. So in the problem, somebody would write, order is important, so it's a combination. And so that really threw me off. I wasn't expecting that. And it was good to see, when somebody identified if order was needed or not correctly. But then for whatever reason, there was quite a few people. And so I don't know if this was a case of people working together or just a lot of people have it backwards. I'm hoping you write this down. So as you guys are taking the practice test, whatever, please, please, please make sure that you know this information. because when the problem is a case of you just typing in something on your calculator, if you have them backwards in your head, you're absolutely going to get most questions wrong. So I don't know if that's what happened or not. So the plan is during the class hour today, I would like you to take the practice test number 2. It's the exact same number of questions. I just switched things up a little bit so that it's not identical to the other test. And if you feel like you want to go look at your practice test first, practice test number 1, if you want to go look at that first, you can, because like I said, I wrote feedback on a lot of the questions. Maybe you'll understand it from that. Take practice test number 2 during this class hour. And then my goal is to correct it and leave feedback on it this afternoon. So during my work time after lunch today, I don't think we have a staff meeting like we normally do. So if that's the case, then I can correct your stuff and read feedback on it for you. And then my plan is to take the test in class Monday. Yeah. So the details of that is our test on Monday will be before lunch. When we come back after lunch, we'll start the notes that we were supposed to be doing Monday anyway. Then that way we won't fall behind and whatever. And so I'll talk to you about Tuesday on Monday, because Tuesday is ACT day. So you guys will not be in school on Tuesday. I don't know if you knew that or not yet. but you will not be in school on Tuesday. And it's up to each teacher individually what you're going to be working on. But Tuesday will not be a live class because all of the teachers have to proctor the ACT test. So, I don't know. We've got kind of a bunch of stuff set to do, I guess. So, plan on taking the test Monday. I don't think it's necessary for you to have to be in Google Meet while you take the practice test today. And so I'm okay with us just meeting here this first 10 minutes and me explaining what's going on. So we'll call this good for class today. I'm really hoping you can take your practice test right now, though, so that I can correct it this afternoon. Obviously, whatever, I don't know. If you can't do it till Sunday night, that's fine, but I'm not planning on correcting anything that you guys take this weekend. So I'll put it that way. So that's why I'd like you to take it this during class hour. And it seems like it only took about 20 minutes for most people. I don't know, any kind of questions? Okay, you guys are welcome to send me messages if you have questions on your practice test, or if you have questions on what you did wrong on your first practice test. You guys are welcome to ask these things. So you don't have to be in Google Meet to do that. I get that you guys are pretty burnt out right now and want to shut off your brain. So why don't we call this a day for class and be done right now, and done meeting live, and then go take your practice test, and then have a good rest of your weekend. How's that sound? You bet.